Hello everybody and welcome back to All the Mods 9. In the previous episode we swapped over from a refined storage system over to a new applied energistics system. We also crafted up to 256k for the storage disks, but we weren't quite able to get over to the 1M. And so in between episodes what I've been doing is just going ahead and moving over all of my items to the new system. Now there is a problem with this that I kind of forgot that Applied Energistics has, and that is it can only store 63 of each type on any given disk. So what I've done is just completely filled this with 4K drives. We'll probably need another one of these drives and just store a lot more disks because yeah, we still have a few pieces here that need to be added to the system. And so while I'm waiting on crafting up some more storage components, a viewer actually left a comment on the previous episode, and they said that you can actually pump in fluids into the matter condenser. They used integrated dynamics to actually import it, but I haven't actually ever used integrated dynamics, so I think I'm going to stick with what we have right now and use our fluid pipes. Now this will be a little bit slower. This is from the pipes mod. And we should actually have these upgrades, so we'll probably try to get all the way up to ultimate maybe. I'm not exactly sure how fast the sink can produce. We'll just see how many sinks that we're actually going to need for this. So I'll go ahead and place down a fluid pipe with the sink on top, and I do need my wrench, which is somewhere, I guess. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I guess it got sort of lost in the move, but that's all right. We'll go ahead and activate that and put the ultimate pipe upgrade in there. And that should work. Oh, I see. It looks like we're going to have to put a storage component there. Interesting. Okay. So what we'll likely need then is another 256k, which, yeah. Time for some more grinding then, I guess. Alright, so the last thing I want to do for this project, at least for now, is to get it set up with a with wireless connectivity so that I can access it from anywhere. So in order to do this, we are going to need to craft a ME wireless access point, as well as a crafting grid. And I think we're going to need the wireless booster. We'll probably need to actually upgrade that into... yes, the infinity range booster, which is probably upgraded into the dimension card, which it is. And man, I just realized I am almost out of redstone, literally have 2 left. So I'm probably going to have to go mining here pretty soon. All right, so what I need are Plxgue crystals, which shouldn't be too bad. All right, there's the Plxgue pearl, and that should allow us to craft the wireless receiver. And from there we can craft the wireless access point. And now this just needs to be added onto our system. For now, I'll just put it on the side like that. Eventually I'm going to make this system look really nice, but we don't really have the resources yet to be able to make it look good. And we're going to need some Enderium dust for the wireless booster. That should automatically go. Apparently that's the wrong one, okay. If we just go ahead and put it in the inscriber, that'll actually give us the right one. Let's go ahead and craft our wireless booster. All right, and we are actually going to need 3 boosters in order to make the next upgrade. And we'll also need these Enderium plates. We've actually already made Enderium before. It shouldn't be too bad. I might need to craft a fire charge. Go. Craft it. Enderium. Oh, I guess that was Enderium that we crafted earlier. Here we go, just like that. Craft that into the plate. And it looks like it only makes 1. But there's our second one. And now let's go to the infinity boost. Then 1 more. We will need to get 3 more of these. Make the dimension card. Shouldn't be too bad though, honestly. Might have to kill a few withers as well. But before I can even continue on with this project, I am going to need to restock on redstone, so I'm going to go mining for a bit. Alright, so we've gotten everything that we need for the wireless access point. All we should have to do now is place the dimension card inside. And I think we shift right click this maybe? Or maybe we put it inside. There we go. So now we have wireless access to all of our things. Now this is a wireless terminal, so we will need to upgrade this into a crafting version, I just realized. Shouldn't be too bad if I have some wood. Go. And apparently I crafted a crafting bench for the first time. For some reason it's not pulling the items out. I'm wondering if I glitched something because I'm getting pretty much every quest that I've already completed done for crafting a crafting bench. I don't know. Anyway though, so that should be everything that we needed for the wireless crafting bench. And yep, we just need to put that back inside. And there we go. Nice. And by the way, you are actually able to assign this, or you can put it in a curio slot and assign it a hotkey. So I just set mine to Shift and E, and we can easily open it up. And the reason I didn't have that on the refined storage one is it's a little bit glitchy. It wouldn't quite work well. Like if I press Shift without the other key, it would just open up, and it was a little bit weird. So yeah, this one works a lot better. So definitely it so far. All right, and I went ahead and messed around with the terminal settings just a little bit to get it all set up to how I like. And yeah, I think we're ready to move on. And by the way, I am still getting a ton of these quests complete. I might have to exit the game and then re-get in. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. Alright, so what I want to do now is to actually get started with the Powah mod. And now this is a mod that I've never actually touched before, so we're kind of gonna be learning together. So what it says here is that Powah is a tech mod that's all about generating, storing, and transmitting power, ranging from basic FE generation to reactors that provide up to 250,000 FE per tick. Powah has you covered. So yeah, this is definitely how we're going to be actually getting a ton of power and keeping everything powered all the way into the future. We'll also use it for a few other recipes that hopefully we get to today, but yeah, let's go ahead and start. I think I'll start by crafting the wrench from the mod. So let's look up Powah and find the wrench, and we're gonna need dielectric paste. This is crafted with, looks like, clay and charcoal as well as lava, or we could go with blaze powder, charcoal, and clay. That might be the more reasonable thing to do since lava's a little bit harder to get than blaze powder. I am completely out of clay though, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some. All right, there we go. We'll just get a stack of this. I don't know how much we're gonna need. We'll probably need more than that though, so yeah, here is the wrench. And it looks like for the first task, we are going to need 16 of it, as well as the dielectric casing. Interesting. So we're going to need dielectric rods, as well as iron. These look pretty simple. Yeah, this really should not be too bad at all. Dielectric rods. So that's enough to get the quest. Oh, right. We need the casing from it. Say you. And it does look like we're going to need this for a few recipes. We need the horizontal rods as well. Here we go. And we can make the dielectric casing. Claim the rewards from that. And next up is the energizing orb. For this, we are going to need an orb, energy cables, and energizing rods. So from what I understand is this is kind of like the crafting bench for this mod. Basically, you put power into the rod thingies. What are these called? Yeah, the energizing rods. It shoots power at the orb, and whatever is placed on here actually gets converted or upgraded, or however it works in this mod. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on crafting up all of these. It doesn't look like it's gonna be too bad. So yeah, there's the energizing orb, some cables. Now I'm not entirely sure how many we're gonna need. We'll start with 12 for now though. And finally, let's get the energizing rod. And I did have the recipe for the blazing version, which I guess just allows you to transfer more power. So yeah, the starter rod is a little more of an easy recipe. So let's make that the tiny capacitors. Finally, we can craft the energizing rod. And we do need 3 of those for the crafting recipe. So I just crafted up the 3rd one that we needed, and here we go. All right, so I just have a small little area here on the space station where we can build this. This is probably going to be temporary as I sort of figure out how much space we're actually going to need for this. All right, so here is the energizing orb. Now this goes down here on the bottom. Then we're going to need some filler blocks. I'm going to put 2 blocks of space. Not entirely sure how much space we're going to need for this. By the way, this area is in sort of an area with no oxygen or gravity, so it's going to be a little bit weird to work with. And yeah, actually I do want 2 blocks of space, so I'm going to put this up here. Right, next I want the energizing rods, and these just need to face downwards. Maybe they have to be placed on the cables. Let's try that. That with cables. That. Here we go. So yeah, I will probably in the future need more energizing rods. But for our kind of tiny setup here, 3 will have to do. All right, so that looks pretty far away. I'm not entirely sure if this will work or not. All right, so from here, I'm just gonna try and place a flux plug. Yep, that seems to connect. That should be giving us power into these rods. All right, so the recipe that we're going to be trying to strive for today, we probably won't actually get to it, but we will have the sort of the system set up behind it. So what we're trying to get is the all-the-modium alloy blade. Now we're going to need to craft every single alloy that is available in all the mod. Now there is a few ways to actually get this. I think this recipe was actually added recently. I actually never saw it. We could use Botania to combine all the modium, unobtainium, and Pigliches hearts, which we'll talk about in a second here. But what we're going to do is use Powah, and we'll combine those same 3 ingredients plus a billion Fe to craft all the modium alloys. So this system will probably need to be upgraded relatively soon, and we'll probably also use it to help us generate power. But right now, what I want to do is actually find some Pigliches. Pigliches are a boss level mob that are only found, I believe it's in the Beyond. And by the Beyond, I mean the other, because the Beyond is just a completely empty world. So yeah, if you'll recall, this is sort of a nether-like area. We are gonna need to just sort of explore around for a bit. I'm sure that there's a way to actually find the place where we find the Pigliche. And in fact, I was getting a little bit ahead of myself. So what I did was go ahead and head back to my base and grab the structure compass. And we should be able to find the ancient pyramid from all the modium using the compass. So it looks like it's over in that direction. Maybe it doesn't work here. Oh, I just forgot to right click, of course. And yeah, it is important to note that flight is completely disabled in this dimension. So traversing this place is going to be a little bit difficult. But you can use the FTB Ultimine to actually use or dig a escape tunnel, and that'll help you get to the surface a little bit easier. And if you have soul speed, yeah, you can really zoom up here. And here we are already at the pyramid. So yeah, this is gonna be a pretty hard place to actually travel through. So definitely come prepared for this. And I'm just gonna try to travel and maybe try to find where exactly the Piglich is. I'm assuming it's gonna be down below, but let's try to figure out exactly how and where it is. Maybe it's up above. We got some spawners in here and exploding mobs. We definitely get these enchanted books, by the way. Skulk Smite, interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna be looting everything. By the way, you can get all the Modium nuggets in these chests, so definitely nice if you haven't gotten a lot of all the Modium yet. Alright, I have checked inside and outside. I think I've gotten... Alright, so I have checked inside and outside, and I am just not finding it here. So either it magically despawned, or I'm not really sure. Okay, so I've been here for about an hour, maybe almost 2, and one finally spawned in front of me. Here we go. There is a Piglich. Now, I've decided that since this is going to take way too long to actually get these guys to spawn, what I'm going to do is just yoink it if I can. There we go. And take it back to the base and actually see if I can do anything with it. Now, I think I see another one on my map, actually. Could be something else, though. Oh, yep, there it is. So we will kill this one, I think. And yeah, if you look at their health, they have 10,000 HP. For some reason, this guy doesn't seem to even notice I exist, which is definitely nice for me. But it will probably take a while to kill him, as I'm only doing 30 HP per hit. And he has 10,000 HP, so yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's so weird that he doesn't even acknowledge my presence. Hello? Everyone else can see me. Good, friend? Huh. Alright, I'm gonna work on this guy, and then we'll come back. And there we go, we finally got the Piglich heart. That took a while. So yeah, I think I'm ready to head back home now. I've been here for way too long. And yeah. And now that we've started the Powah mod and we have access to Piglich hearts, as well as all the Modium ingots, we should be pretty close to a point where we can actually completely upgrade our gear to the next stage of all the Modium. But I've been at this for pretty long today and I'm really getting tired, so yeah, I think that I am gonna call it there for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.